Gather around, Scott. We're about to tell you an amazing
I
story.
don't think you should say gather around, Scott. That doesn't make any sense.
What?
Story.
Gather around, Scott.
Are you stupid? So, one day.
Wait, no.
Tyler.
Scott, no. One day, Scott, Dylan and Logan came over to my house.
Okay.
And so we're chilling in the basement. Nothing really to do.
I don't know who came up with the idea.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was you.
I don't even know if we knew it by then. Maybe Logan just told us about it.
Yeah.
Or maybe I told you guys about it.
Yeah.
But one of us heard about Gnoming.
Gnoming?
Which is-
what the heck is Gnoming?
Gnoming?
Okay, well, we're gonna tell you, Scott.
Alright.
Dylan, you got my handle this?
Alright. So gnoming is when it's a variation of ding dong ditching, except you ring the doorbell and you go into the front yard and you strike a pose like a gnome. And so when they open the door, they're like, "What the hell is in my front yard?"
They're looking at you, and you're standing there. You're just staring.
It takes
at
some
them.
balls, Scott.
Yeah,
And
no one knows what to do when you open the door and there's just people standing in their yard.
I wouldn't assume so. That'd just be an odd experience.
Exactly.
All right, so we're like, all right, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Great.
So,
but we're sort of babies, so we ended up going to a house of someone we know.
Okay.
David Rash.
Well,
he lives by
okay.
me, so it was late at night. We're walking around.
it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was really dark out. Logan's pretty afraid of the dark too, so he's
also fat.
Yeah, he's really fat. He's having a hard time out there. And you know, it's always like, oh, how about this house? How about this house? And it's always no, everyone's too scared to do it. Finally, we're like, all right, we get to David's house. We're like, all right, we'll get David's house because that's what's the worst that can happen at a friend's house. So,
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Logan goes up and rings the doorbell.
no, it wasn't Logan. Logan didn't. I don't think so. It was you. You rang the doorbell. Logan was way too scared to ring.
I rang the doorbell and went back in the front yard and I just laid on the ground and Tyler was like standing over top of me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Logan was in some gypsy.
He was like behind a car, kind of, but he was still coming out. I think he was doing something weird.
And the lady opens the door.
It was
like,
David's mom comes out.
Oh, what are you, a bunch of jackrabbits?
Yeah, she looks at us for like a solid 5 minutes standing there, and then she calls us jackrabbits. And at that, I mean, how do you not laugh at someone calling you a jackrabbit in the middle of the night? So we all freak out and we start running.
There's really no reason to run.
Yeah, I mean, we're not in any danger, but we just start running down the street. I mean, it's fast.
I've never seen Logan run so fast.
Logan is the kind of kid who just saves it all up until like it's like life or death, I guess, and then he is way past us
outran
both.
both of us.
Oh my god.
And
we get to the end of the street.
Yeah. So we end up going like around to the next street, and we're all catching our breath, and Logan's freaking out.
He's
and
like,
we all settle down. And we start walking, and then out of nowhere, Logan looks down. He
just got that like half laughing, half out of breath.
He just goes, and then he just stops me. Oh, peed my pants.
Just peed my pants.
Oh, peed my pants. And
you can see his pants, and there's just like a circle where
just a little wet spot. We went down, and me and Dylan just lose it.
So wait, do you like peel a little and like pinch it off or what?
Yeah, I guess it's like one of those things. He just did not shake well enough when he was done, and it just saved it for that opportune moment. And, oh, peed my pants. I'll just never forget.